All right, looks like we're live. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I was waiting for Pedro to wrap up his stream to go live, but here we go. Shit. I think we're good now. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I haven't done one of these in a while, but I had some time today, so I said, you know what? Let's go live and do an after party stream and see who's still around. By the way, I know these are, you know, not the best drinks in terms of taste, but trying to cut down, so especially on fake sugar. So don't judge me. We got Tony in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing? The driven dad. Well, yeah, I'm right here, bro. I'm right here. Do you guys like my little what's it called? What stream you're calling these headlines? Oh yeah, I didn't really show the drink. Yeah, Tony bubbly. Yep, sparkling water. I'm not a huge fan of them, but it is what it is. Tony says I'm drinking some Waterloo grape. Oh, okay, cool. What does Waterloo taste better than bubbly? I've heard of it, but I've never tried Waterloo. Sorry, I have to answer that. Do you think so? Okay, I'll have to try it. Then I'll pick some up from Target. Lisa says hi. What's up to Lisa Driven Mom? Shout out. But yeah, so I guess I don't know what kind of turnout I'm gonna get because I've been MIA for probably a couple months now, a few months. They were changing my schedule. I had to wake up earlier. I mean, I still have to wake up early, but I was able to move things around. So I'm gonna start streaming on. I actually want to stream, a few times a week now. My goal is to stream every day, but um, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna try. But yeah, I'm trying to stream more often, especially now that I'm done with gig apps. I'm actually working less now. For those of you guys who don't know, I didn't see some of my previous videos, some of my previous streams. I'm actually done with gig apps for good. I've been doing it for 4 years. I started in 2018 to pay off my student loans. I did that, paid off all my debt, um, built up an emergency fund, was able to invest some of my retirement accounts. So I said, you know what, the money's dried up in my market. It's not working out anymore. I'm working 6, 7 days a week, long hours. This isn't freedom and flexibility. So I went and got a full time W-2. I work 40 hours a week now, and that's pretty much it. Outside that, I focus on myself and my businesses that I'm trying to grow. So yeah, I'm done with the gig apps. I'm still going to be in the community because I love, hanging out with you guys. I consider everyone or everyone that I communicate with my friends. So yeah, I'm not going to leave the gig community, but as for me doing the apps, I'm done as far as I can help it. By the way, Tony, hope you guys are enjoying the books. If you guys have had a chance to read, if not, no worries. I hope you do enjoy them once you get a chance to read them. If you guys haven't started reading them yet, no worries. Dang, no, maybe YouTube's not sending out notifications. I don't know. It's all right. I'm gonna keep talking. But yeah, how's Uber and Lyft and DoorDash help working for you guys in Colorado over there, Tony and Lisa? But yeah, as for my W-2, I don't want to put the name of the company out there. I like to keep that private. But Basically, I go around talking to small businesses about the product. I get to know them, and for me, I come from a family of small businesses, so it's really cool for me to go out and talk to them, and talk about the product and how it can help them. So yeah, I really enjoy it, and it pays great. Hey, what's going on, Carlos? How's it going, man? Appreciate you stopping by, as well as Tony. Tony says the app's made a comeback this week. That's good money, man. $2,300 a week is good. I was out there with what's it called? For the Herbivore after party. I met Hannibal's Hungry in person. I met Pedro in person. I met Wilser. Who else? Nicole. I think she was on Pedro's stream tonight. I think was her username Nicole Face Paint, something like that. I got to meet Motorcycle Dasher. That's the YouTube name. I think his name's Tony as well. So yeah, I got to meet really good people. I already knew Sergio from the Rideshare guy. It was good seeing him there. I saw Harry, the founder of Rideshare guy, but I didn't get a chance to meet him. But yeah, there was a lot of it was really good after party. I wasn't able to go to the event because I was working my full-time W-2, but the fact that I was just able to get in there and just meet everyone was really cool in downtown LA on Friday night. By the way, if you guys have missed it, you guys should check out the live stream that I did, the 5-minute live stream that I did on Friday night from downtown LA. It's really cool. It was a funny live stream. I'm gonna put the link. Oh damn, I'm a little rusty. I forgot to put the link out there for you guys to join if you guys want to join. That sounded like a cool meetup. Yeah, it was really cool, man. Really good venue. Everyone was just chill. If you guys want to join, there's a link right there. If not, then I'll keep yapping like a chihuahua. I know this isn't the best time to stream because a lot of you guys or a lot of the people on my or some a lot of my followers on this community are in the East Coast, so it's like what almost 1 a.m. there. So yeah, I'm trying to find a time. Maybe I'll stream after work or something on my drive home. But again, I don't know how the connection is going to be. So I want to stream earlier, but then I'm not. I don't know if I'll have a steady connection. So we'll see. I don't know. Man, I'm starting to feel the rust. I'm starting to feel that I've been gone for a couple months. What about you, Carlos? How are things going with you? Did you were you able to enroll? I think you're trying to enroll in the program. How's that going for you? But yeah, I heard about Pedro trying to well, more Hannibal than Pedro, but I heard they might be coming to Colorado next month. That's cool, man. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. Colorado's great. Carlos says I'll join you if you. All right, man. Cool. Yeah, it'll be great. Talking like the good old days. I want to come to Colorado again. I don't know if I'll be able to come next month, but maybe in the summer. I don't know. We'll see. I want to come visit Steve, Tony, Lisa, everyone over there. I had a blast last time. I'll be at one condition though, as long as Lisa stops making fun of me for not driving through the floods. It's funny because we just well, I guess not funny, but ironic because we just got through then maybe Lisa can meet you this time. Yeah. I would I'd like to meet well, not meet, but meet up with Steve, you, Tony, at least fun. What was that one place that you guys were raving about? I think it was the pizza place. Uh, was that one pizza place? Was it Jets Pizza or somewhere or no? I don't think it was Jets. Um, you guys were like really talking about good things about this restaurant. I forgot which one it was, but maybe we can meet up there. It's crazy because we just got through a rainstorm here in LA this week. I was telling Pedro and Hannibal and everyone else that they came at the perfect time because we had a lot of the areas that in LA that are the thing with LA is that it's flat. So when it rains, it floods here. So yeah, we had a huge major storm. Trees fell on houses. A lot of people got stuck in floods that had to be rescued. So yeah, it was crazy. LA's not built for rain, that's for sure. If you guys go on YouTube or even if you just go online, put LA floods or LA rainstorm, and you're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff. If that might be normal on the East Coast or even the Midwest, but over here that's not typical for us, so we're just not used to it. I mean, it barely rains out here, let alone a rainstorm. Oh, we did have Jets one day. You had that. Yeah, I'm sure the Jets was way better than Little Caesars. I wasn't trying to say, Little Caesars better than Jets or anything. I don't know. I just felt like having Little Caesars. I don't know why. I like their breadsticks. Oh, I think it's because I wanted to try Detroit style or something like that. Yeah, I think it was Detroit style. I want to try. It was okay. It was just like, just whatever. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm trying to stream more often on the channel. Get back to being consistent. I'm trying to, upload some shorts and some, maybe 5-10 minute videos on the other channel. So, just kind of see what sticks and then, grow that channel. I want them to, I'm planning on just better than Domino's and Pizza Hut and Papa John's, but not on the level of New York style pizzas. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I've heard of Jets. I know they're a lot of in a lot of states, but we don't have them out here. I mean, I would say any decent pizza restaurant should be better than all the chains like Domino's and Pizza and Papa John's. My thing is that whenever I was on the pizza program with DoorDash, there's so many people ordering from Little Caesars. I guess like they had a promo free delivery or something. But damn, still, the pizza's not that good. Oh snap! We got Carlos in the house. How's it going, sir?
Hey, it's going very well, sir. How about you?
Good, good. You actually have a microphone now. I think. I don't know if you had that last time.
Yeah, I tried to use different types of microphones. The latest one that I'm using is the Samsung, what's it called? Samsung G-Track Pro, which I heard is like the rival to the Blue whatever.
Oh, Yeti.
Yeah, something like that. So
Yeah,
I decided to go with this one. How does it sound so far?
it sounds really good.
Okay, as long as it's good enough, that's fine.
I'm sure it sounds better than mine.
I wouldn't be able to judge.
Yeah.
What type of
Uh,
microphone do you use?
right now I'm just using like a gaming headset. It's not an actual mic, so like you have a legit mic. I don't. I actually do have one. I bought it. I just haven't set it up yet. But yeah, yours sounds really good. Mine sounds like a gaming headset. So
Okay. Well, people are used to that gaming, gear nowadays. I think gaming is a very popular thing. So,
yeah.
people, and besides, most people listen to YouTube videos on their phones, right? So it's not
Mm.
like they have like this top of the line stereo system to really differentiate between one microphone and another.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I never thought about that. But yeah, not everyone has stereo quality or not stereo, studio quality headphones.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tony says the one Steve told me about is great. Okay, which one was it? Do you remember, Tony? How are things going with you, Carlos? I know you left two of your three jobs, and now you're studying to teach Japanese or to teach English abroad. How's that going?
Imagine that. Going to
Imagine, yeah,
teach Japanese to the Japanese people in Japan. That'd be nice.
exactly. What up, Rodney? Go ahead, Carlos.
Yeah, so I had to let go of my jobs teaching at the moment, in
Hmm.
order to make time for a full-time 1 month course called the CELTA, which is from Cambridge. So it's like the ESL boot camp. They really drill all the grammar into you so you can
Hmm.
teach it properly. It's like a teacher's boot camp right there. It was like $2,400 just to sign up, and so I better pass and I better get that certificate. But sometimes people have mental breakdowns like in the middle of it because it's that intense, I heard.
Wow,
But we'll see how
that's
it goes. I
insane. Why
mean,
does it cost so much? Because they charge that much?
well, I think it's because they have their own network of hiring, in the sense of they keep their own database for job opportunities abroad, and certain positions sort of really they look for that type of certificate, the CELTA or above, something like that. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, that's the thing, and so I had to basically become a substitute teacher in one of the schools in Koreatown, and the students were kind of surprised, and that I wasn't going to teach there anymore. So when I was substitute teaching last week, a lot of them were saying like, "Oh, what happened?" Like, we miss you, and so on and so forth. And I said, well, I'm still going to be a substitute teacher here if they need me. I'll come back on Monday
Mhm.
too, but I can't really do this full time because it's conflicts with the schedule of this program that I was telling you about.
Mhm.
So like, have you guys ever had to sort of like, when you go into forks in the road, did you have to pick either one opportunity or the other, even though they all seemed like good opportunities?
For me, in terms of like, I would say probably like work. There are some jobs that I work where I thought it was a good opportunity, but it ended up not being a good opportunity. But I don't know. I'm to be completely honest with you. About 5 6 years ago, like before, right, like maybe a year ago before the pandemic, I was actually thinking about going to grad school because USC has a really good program for entrepreneurs. It's a year long program. I don't know. I was thinking about enrolling then. I applied. I didn't get in. I don't know for what reason, but I'm thinking about reapplying now because I'm actually working on an app and I want to, eventually find a developer for it and get funding for it. So I'm thinking about going through that program. So to me, that sounds like a really good program right now. But once I go through, it may or may not be what I thought it would be. I don't know.
Well, do you remember Aaron Clary, his podcast, right?
Yeah,
So I think he has a lot to say about higher education, especially at the
yeah, he
master's
does.
level. He has a lot of choice words about that. So I would say probably,
He hates it.
right. I would look into what he has to say about that and then think about it a little more because it could be really expensive, especially at that school you mentioned.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of the things that I was thinking about. Again, I'm not, you know, it's just something that I've been kicking around. It's not something I'm committed to, married to right now.
I understand. Oh, looks like there's a link to a USB cardioid dynamic microphone.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I think Steve recommended Tony.
Oh, I
I'm
see, I
not
see.
able to. Yeah, it's this one right here. I'm not able to copy and paste it to my browser, but I'll check it out after the stream. By the way, did I cut in and out earlier because I think I was having Wi-Fi issues?
Yeah, you did a little bit. You were
Okay,
glitching kind of.
okay, yeah, I figured it's okay. I think I'm back now.
All right.
So, are you still thinking about leaving the U.S. in May or June, or has that been pushed back?
May or June. Yeah, I would like to. I really would, but I can't guarantee it. Honestly, I
Yeah,
cannot. It's comforting that my employer said, whenever you want to come back, the door is wide open.
that's
If
awesome.
for whatever reason your plans don't work out. But I heard that what we call successful people are successful because they had no plan B. I don't know if you believe that or if that's true, but supposedly like they really give themselves like plan A as the only option, and that's
Hmm.
what propels them forward. Like this myth about, for example, Hernan Cortez burning the ships, in order to disencourage his troops from going back, and then just pushing forward to conquer this or that. Like you see this myth sort of repeated in different civilizations. So I think that's symbolizes that.
Yeah,
Your governor limiting your internet now, the driven
not
that
yet.
oh, there's a bill for that?
No, he's a hard leaning right. That's why Tony loves politics. I don't really talk about him because I think both parties are corrupt. But yeah, it's just not something I like to get into, especially on YouTube because YouTube hates politics.
Right. Yeah. We gotta really be careful about what we say here.
Yeah. But yeah, as for me, again, I'm done with gig apps. I'm working full time now, W-2. That's the reason why I wasn't able to meet with you for lunch last week. Hopefully we can still find time to meet up. I don't know.
John, I think I'll definitely make time because I know you have a new job and your schedule is a little different. But
Yeah.
if you're working during the day, then maybe we could meet up at night. That's no issue. We can definitely make it happen.
Yeah, the only issue is traffic.
Traffic,
Cause
huh?
yeah, traffic. Yeah, maybe we can meet. I don't know, like around like 8:30 or not 8:30, but maybe 7:30 or 8. I don't know.
I don't
Because if
even
I leave,
mind.
if you don't mind, okay, that
No, I
works
don't
then.
mind. How about this? I mean, Pasadena's a good midpoint for you, right?
We can meet up somewhere else because I'm actually uh Rodney says, "Hey Tony." Oh, I see what he did. Okay, I was like, "Who's that?" um, yeah, we might be able to meet somewhere else. Because let me see, because I know where you are. Let me see how, because my territory is further from Pasadena. Let me see. Um, let me see if I got. I love how I'm doing this midstream. It's okay. Let's see. From there to where you're at. Okay, let's see. So halfway point would be like Koreatown.
Koreatown?
Yeah,
Oh, I see. Okay.
from where I'm at. Because if I try to, if I go home then try to meet up with you, then it's gonna take a lot longer. Like
Okay.
Koreatown, I would say like Hollywood, like Koreatown would probably be midpoint.
Wow. Okay. We'll work it out for sure.
Yeah, we will.
The only issue with that area, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people might understand, is the parking. Parking could be an issue there.
Yeah,
They charge for it sometimes, and
yeah,
the
yeah.
drivers
It's
aren't the
funny.
most careful out there.
It's funny with what you just mentioned because the company I work for now, I have the same issue with parking, but they don't pay for my parking, so
They
I gotta
should.
usually. It's just too expensive for them because, well, it adds up because I'm going to a lot of different areas, and each time I park my car, it'll get pretty expensive for them. So I don't
That's
really blame them.
true. That's true, but should they really put that cost on you when you're doing your job and you're clocked in?
Who said I'm paying for
I don't get it. Okay,
it?
then.
I
As
don't
long
pay
as
for
it
it.
magically
I just
works
have to
out,
park
then.
far. I just
Uh,
have to park like a couple blocks away and walk down.
oh, gotcha. So it's a good way to work out. Like you sneak in a workout in your work routine, then.
Yeah, I walk a lot, so yeah, it's exercise while I work. So
Okay, that sounds good then.
Tony's on fire tonight. He's just shitting on California with his with his right leaning views. Isn't the whole street a parking lot? I wish then I wouldn't have to walk as far. But yeah, I don't mind to walk. I like to exercise because Rodney says you need a Harley. That's the last thing I need right now. But like a motorcycle or like a bike would be cool. But again, like I like walking, so it gives me a time to stretch out my legs and walk. So like for example, like on Friday I was in West Hollywood, so like I was just walking up and down Sunset, which is nice. It's a lot better than driving down there for sure.
I see. So your job has you running all over the place.
Pretty much, yeah. But it's fun, it's for me. I tried working from home a while back. I didn't enjoy it. I like being outside, being around people, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and it must be I don't know. Do you believe in zodiacs and blood type astrology and all that stuff, like the Chinese zodiac, Vietnamese, and all that stuff?
Um, to an extent, I know some people like swear by it and they'll die by it, but for me, I think there is some validity to it, but no, not all the way.
Yeah, you know, it's probably just for fun. you know,
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
than anything else. But I do know that the Japanese, they look at your blood type and they are able to assume certain things about you, right?
Hmm.
And I looked up my blood type and I'm thinking, all right, their assessment of me is probably a little correct. But I don't know. You could
Yeah.
look it up and see if that has anything to do with your working style.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what my blood type is, honestly. Do you know yours?
Yeah, I donated blood once and I got a mail that said that I'm B positive. So I'll just
Okay.
believe it. And
What do the Japanese say about be positive?
n- not a lot of nice things, but
Oh,
maybe they're right.
really?
Sort of like that I get really interested in things, but then lose interest, sort of a thing. Sort of like sporadic, you know, not really conforming to the rules, a little
Hmm.
rebellious. And I
Hmm.
guess the way that you look at it, you could see it as either a good thing or a bad thing, but at least they sort of swear on it in Japan to a certain degree. They sort of really believe that, to the point
Hmm.
that some people say that they get discriminated about in their job applications because of their blood type. That's how bad it is.
Hmm.
So yeah, the B positives, they're not really looked at very positively.
So I'm looking at a link, right, or not a link, but like a article right now. It says people with, oh wait, I put B plus and it says blood type, so I don't know if it's any different, but it says people with B blood types are optimistic, so they are generally more relaxed when dealing with problems. They are focused on achieving their goals and don't like interference from other people. It's nice to be friends with them because they are loyal, not pretentious.
Well, there you go. They were able to squeeze out some positive traits out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the driven dad says, "Isn't be positive inferring you're being positive?" Yes, sir. That's exactly what that stands for.
Wow, Tony. Wow. Here, Tony with the dad jokes. But yeah, Tony, Rodney is correct. LA parking is horrible, especially like when you get to the inner city, like West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, downtown LA, Koreatown, Chinatown. I mean, I guess every big city is kind of like that, right? Like, as you know, whenever you're in the suburbs, it's not as bad. Whenever you get into the city, then yeah, it gets pretty bad.
I kind of have a motto like the further away you go from downtown, the better things get. It's like
Yeah.
nice brick wall, Carlos. Yep, I built the wall.
Yep. One brick at a time.
Yep.
What's your zodiac sign?
Oh, it's Sagittarius, but
Okay.
some people will say Ophiuchus, the 13th constellation, but some people don't regard that as canon, like the Ophiuchus astrology symbol.
So I'm in Aries. Let's see what the. I mean, just for shits and giggles.
Just for fun, yeah, that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
You can't really take this
Exactly.
too seriously.
So the first thing that popped up says Aries and Sagittarius are a pretty good fit because they have a lot of interests. Okay, well that's kind of vague. They are both extremely inquisitive as well as energetic, talkative, and playful individuals. Aries and Sagittarius are excellent companions and spouses. They entirely comprehend each other's positive outlook on life. I would say that's probably accurate.
Yeah, sometimes, they could be right. I mean, but sometimes they're so vague that they're all like, something will happen to you tomorrow.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
something did happen. Whoa.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
It's like a fortune cookie. Like, I'm not really big on fortune cookies, but I got one the other day after I had lunch at a Chinese restaurant. I forgot what it said. It's like it says something like so vague, like you could tell like they typed it in Microsoft Word or something. It said like you'll have good fortune this week or something like that. I'm like they did wing this.
Yeah, and then you flip the fortune cookie over and it says your lucky numbers are this, this, and this, and that. And you wonder, what am I
Yeah,
supposed to do with these numbers? Play
yeah.
the
Go buy a
lottery or
lotto
something?
ticket. Yeah,
I guess.
yep.
There's a scene
So
from
how?
an anime. I'm sorry to
Go
interrupt.
ahead.
Go
No,
ahead.
no, it's okay. Go ahead. I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't have anything important to say.
On this topic, there's a scene from an anime where a fortune teller, is talking to a teenage girl. And the
Yeah,
fortune teller says, oh, you probably shop a lot when you're stressed out, don't you? And that's because the fortune teller can see her
right.
shopping bags.
That's
And she's all like,
funny. Yeah,
you're the real deal.
my yeah. You're a prophet. You're a savior.
All that.
All right, Tony. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I'm gonna head to bed. Nothing but love for my cat. But yeah, I'm sure, Tony. I'm sure you love California people. I'm just kidding. Have a good one, man.
Fortune cookie is written by
By Chat
ChatGPT.
GPT. Honestly, I think Chat GPT can write better fortunes than that.
Have you tried that?
I haven't. Have you?
It's freaky. If it
Yeah,
really is artificial intelligence, it's like Skynet, Terminator stuff, or I don't know how to compare it. It's really futuristic, you know.
yeah,
The answers are too good.
yeah. Tony says my Cali people, not all Cali people.
Oh
Yeah, I
wow,
gotcha.
like the selected few, the
Yeah,
chosen
exactly.
ones.
The handful. Yep, exactly. The ones that he had selected. But yeah, the whole thing with AI is that, or Chat GPT is that, basically what it's doing is just like over the years it has built up, or like, like when it comes to search engine, terminology, it basically it's just indexed everything, or not everything, but a lot of stuff that's on the internet and put it together, and that's how it's responding right now. So like over the years, it's learned the information and trends, and so I think that's how it's getting its answers. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we would have nothing to worry about if it was just for entertainment, but I think students could literally say, type my essay for me. It's going to be about
Hmm.
this and that, and it'll do it. It'll give you a nice fleshed out original essay, and you could turn it in.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to impact not only the school system, but the way that people live in general. I think it's a turning point in technology, you know, and who knows, like it's going to have both good and bad things.
As a teacher yourself, like, do you think there's a way to decipher? I mean, I know you didn't. Wait, have you taught high school students?
Oh, high school students,
Yeah,
HIGH space SCHOOL, and then students.
I don't get it.
Did you just ask me how to spell high school students?
No, no, I said, have you taught high school students?
Oh, I thought you were asking me to literally spell out the words. I thought you were gonna
No,
look up
I was like,
something
what's
on
going on?
ChatGPT and type it in. Oh, okay. You're testing my spelling skills. No.
Exactly, it's a part of your CELTA.
Okay, there you go. Well, yes, as a substitute teacher and one time as a long-term substitute teacher for about a month. I think your question is how can you tell if the paper is plagiarized or not?
Exactly. Well, I was gonna ask if you could tell.
Yes, you
Are
can because
you
uh,
can?
put it this way: pretend you're my student, right? And
Hmm.
every day I ask you to write a warm up and about random topics, and I read your warm up, and I notice that you always misspell or that you always phrase words a certain way. And then you turn in an essay and the essay sounds like it's a totally different person, right?
Right.
Oh, this word is now spelled correctly, now this phrase, now it's more formal,
Better
obviously.
grammar, maybe.
Exactly, so you can just
Yeah.
tell, especially with ESL students, you can tell when something they turn in it was not originally from them. This happened with a Russian student actually once. You know, she could hardly express herself completely,
Hmm.
um, without making some sort of, I don't want to call it error, but without phrasing things in such a way that you could tell that English is not her first language or that
Right.
Russian is. And so the way that you would write would reflect her speech patterns. And one time she gave me an essay that was, wow, this essay is outstanding, like making references to the Kremlin, making references to popular movies, like
Right.
superb introduction. There's something wrong here. So I put it on Google, and sure enough, it's like the first entry that I found,
That's
completely
sad.
copied and pasted.
Damn.
So yeah, that happens. And that's technology for you. We call it an advancement. I don't know about that. It could be, but in other ways it isn't, like anything else.
I think it's advancement when it comes to like medical and other things, but when it comes to like, honestly, I think things like this are kind of making college. Well, I don't want to say they're making higher education obsolete, but I think it's making more of an argument that you don't have to go to college unless you're gonna major in like, something related to, medicine, or become a lawyer, things like that. Actually, I think someone I was listening to a podcast and they're saying that, like attorneys can like literally just use Chat GPT instead of hiring someone to write like I think they're called dispositions. I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, but Tech Freddy's actually made a really good point here. He says you still need to fact check the information on ChatGPT. Not everything is correct. That is true, because getting its information from Google and other search engines. So, yeah, not everything's correct.
Yeah, there's a chance it could make mistakes, and if you just like make it do your work and you turn it in, then you're kind of being a little dumb because that work is going to represent you, and if it makes a really ridiculous mistake, then people are going to attribute that to you. Like,
Exactly. I actually had a group project when I was at Cal State. I forgot which class it was for. I think it was for a finance class. And it was like our very last project. And we had a group member. She was kind of like she was very smart, but she was also lazy. So we knew that, and so like we gave her like a really small part in the project, just so we can say that she contributed something because she was a part of our group by default. And so like on the last project, it wasn't me, but someone else looked up her response and it was like copied straight from Google. So we didn't know what to do other than just like throw her under the bus because we found out, or she sent her info like the last day, an hour or two before we were supposed to submit it, and we just told the college instructor that hey, whatever she posted, it's basically from for straight out of Google. So it was too late for us to change it.
well, I think that's the right thing, that's the right way
Yeah,
to go about it.
yeah.
And I know you described her as smart, but from this description, I can't really see how she's smart.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I meant like bright, but like not a good decision maker.
Gotcha.
Did you have
Or,
any group
yeah.
projects like that at Cal State LA?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, one of them was a nightmare. It's like
Yeah,
I needed to present with all the group members, and one of them was still at home. You know, like, please be here. Like, I need your part of the project in this essay.
right.
Oh, I have some articles I recommend. The part of reading articles is long gone. Now it's the part where you're supposed to write about the article you just read. And like,
Exactly.
how about if I find another article? No, that's not what it's about. I need you here
Yeah,
next to me. I'm right here with the other group members. We're supposed to put it together. We're gonna
yeah,
present in an hour. And then like
right.
it was a nightmare. Are you upset? No.
No, not at all.
And other people, would also say, "Oh, my partner like hardly contributed anything and like
Yeah.
barely came here." So that's why I never really liked group projects, because
Mhm.
then you're at the mercy of other people's work ethic
Right,
or lack thereof.
right. That's true. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I enjoy group projects. I like working with other people in general, but when people didn't, contribute to whatever they were supposed to, it was really frustrating.
What about in the real world? Do you like work projects in the real world?
Um, I really can't say that I've done a lot of them. Um, Usually, like, if you, I guess if you're a manager, you kind of have to, if that associate doesn't do their work, you have to do it yourself. By the way, that reminds me, I used to have to like do all these. Um, I don't know if they're like personality tests or assessments or whatever, but they would be like, oh, like like let's say hypothetically, if someone you're a manager and you didn't apply for a management position, but like they're like, oh, pretend you were a manager and one of your associates didn't do the work. Would you tell them to your boss or would you do the work or something like that? Like I hated those personality tests. I don't know if you ever done any
They
of them.
were such a waste of time, and you
They
go
were,
through
yeah,
the painstaking process of answering each and every one to the best of your
yeah. It's
ability,
like an hour long.
and then they wouldn't even give you an interview, you know?
Exactly, waste of time.
Waste of everyone's time. But now I think have you noticed that the job market is a little bit more, for lack of better words, desperate for workers lately, right?
Not in my experience. I've had a lot of employers not reach out to me at all. I don't know.
That's ironic because I see a lot of help wanted signs out there.
Oh, I think for retail or like for service workers, yeah, there's a huge demand. But when it comes to I guess like I'm in sales and customer or not really customer service, but I'm in sales, and so yeah, there's no shortage of competition here.
Oh wow. Okay. That's good to hear.
What about your industry? Because I keep hearing there's a teacher shortage. Have you sensed that or?
Yeah, even in the private sector.
Oh
I
wow.
mean, just the fact that, my employers, they weren't really happy to let me go when I requested it.
Hmm.
In fact, they were even offering more hours and potential for promotion. They were offering all
Right.
sorts of things. And like one of them, saying like, "Oh yeah, if you ever decide to come back, the doors are open for you," and stuff like that. So that is comforting, but it just goes
Mm.
to show how sort of in need they are for people.
Yeah. Was it like that before the pandemic or no?
No, no, it
Yeah.
wasn't, because I really wanted a job position for teaching back then.
Hmm.
And I was willing to accept almost anything, and I've accepted sort of like the worst that they have to offer, the worst types of positions,
Just so
just
you
to
can
get experience.
experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I worked my way up the ranks, and back then I really struggled for it. I did everything I could and
Hmm.
was hardly ever given a chance. Now I'm getting offers all over the place. So I
Hmm.
guess that's good, but I didn't see it before. It's a different
Right.
experience now, at least in my industry. So John,
Is it, is it comforting for you to know that you have the experience now to basically get a job if you need it?
it's comforting, but they chose to do this right when I am taking steps to move out of the country. I'm all like,
Right.
opportunities, where have you been all my life?
Yeah, that's true.
By the
Very
way,
true.
John, how are you feeling right now? You seem kind of sleepy, and I don't know if you want to continue, because I noticed from your body language you seem like a little sleepy and tired.
Yeah, I'm a little bit tired, but well, I was planning on going for like another few minutes.
Okay, I'll be at your mercy whenever you wanna. I'll hang in there.
That's true because you don't work tomorrow, right? You only work Saturdays, or I could be wrong. Do you wait? What'd you schedule like now?
I work weekends. Tomorrow I'm gonna clock in at 5:45 p.m. Um,
Okay, I think I say 5:45 a.m.
no, that would be crazy. I'm not a morning person. Every
Neither am
time I
I.
take morning jobs, I feel sluggish all day. But when
Same.
I take night jobs, I'm really energetic.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Well, why do you think that is? Do you think it has to do with like genetics, ancestry, or like the way you were brought up? I don't know.
In my case, it's sensory overload. If I'm in the
Yeah,
morning where like the light is hitting my face and I'm overwhelmed with the sound of traffic and like so many things happening when I barely woke up, that's too much for me to process.
right.
I need like a quiet, tranquil environment in order to really hear myself think and to focus and to be energetic and stuff like that.
That's really interesting. For me, I don't know. I've never really sensed that, but for me, I think it just takes a while for my body to wake up and my mind. I don't know, cause I'm even in college. Like I worked like basically all night, but when it came to the morning, I didn't want to do anything.
I see. And how are you doing with your personal goals? I know that you've mentioned, probably a few New Year's resolutions and things. Like, how are you doing with your list so far?
So far I've been inconsistent. But I think well, I'm starting to pick up momentum now. It was mainly because I was working really a lot of days and long hours. But now that, which is funny because food delivery is supposed to be freedom and flexibility, but it's not freedom and flexibility. We have to work 6 7 days a week to get by. But yeah, now that I got my full time job, like yes, I don't have flexibility. I can't just leave whenever I want or whatever. But I'm working like probably, yeah, about half the hour. So once I clock out and leave work, then I could do whatever I want, and so I'm using that time to focus on my goals now. How about you?
Well, I think that totally makes sense. It's similar. I haven't really worked the gig economy. I only tried it just to see how it's like once,
Hmm.
once or twice.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. The structure of a regular job lets you know from this time to this time there's a gap where you could focus
Hmm.
on your goals. And I think that has helped me a lot. And also, basically stepping away from these jobs, these teaching jobs, gives me more chances to catch up on my own personal studies. Like there's all these books that I have that I want to catch up on, and and I think just regular house maintenance helps me burn calories a little bit more. So On
Hmm.
that regard, I have to admit I've been eating a little bit more lately. Snacking a little bit more,
Because you have
but
more free time on your hands.
probably.
Yeah.
But I'm still serious about staying in shape or getting in shape, and learning Chinese, Japanese, and all that stuff. There's just so many things that are interesting out there to really look into.
I'm glad you brought that up because something I struggle with all my life is stress eating. So whenever I'm stressed out, and relaxing my mind and my body is something I've been working on lately. Do you struggle with stress eating at all?
I would say, yeah, when it comes to snacking. But what I try to do is, all right, I'm gonna stress eat, but I'm gonna eat something that even if I snack on it, it's not gonna be a big deal. You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's sort of like that's the way that I like to do it. But if you're really disciplined, then you wouldn't have to, resort to that. But I must admit, sometimes I do. But I try to be at least healthy-ish about it. I mean, look at
What do
this.
you what do you usually snack on if you don't mind me asking? Oh, what is that? It's sparkling water.
Yeah, it's a sparkling water with tangerine flavor, and so it's basically water. I don't know what they mean by naturally essence. How do you naturally essence water? What do you do to it?
I think it's just chemicals that they can classify as natural. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not too crazy about it. Tech for says I'm snacking right now. Oh well, it is.
What are you
What do you
snacking on?
exactly? We want to know. Inquiring minds must know.
Right.
What do you
Well,
just snack on, Carlos? 'Cause I need some good recommendations.
I don't know if I'm gonna give you good ones, but
Better than
oh,
what
there
I'm
you
eating
go.
now, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm drinking
We're,
sparkling water too.
we're in the same club right there.
Yeah.
Uh, well, vegan cookies from Sprouts. I like that.
Oh, I gotta try that.
I like making myself some sandwiches with some vegan cheese. Again, you
Hmm.
adapt it to yourself. I like eating
Right.
vegan stuff, even though I'm just a
Right.
vegetarian.
Right.
Um, what else? I like to make myself some quesadillas. You know,
Hmm.
like quesadillas with vegan slices of ham or something like that.
Right.
I just bought some vegan egg, and I know I'm saying the word vegan so much it's turning into a meme, but you
You're
gotta
so LA, Carlos. You're so LA. You're so bougie and vegan.
there you go. But you gotta understand, I'm
Oh
I'm
wow.
being honest here with what I'm eating.
No, it's we. I was just joking. Yeah, we
Okay.
appreciate it. Tech Prince says Doritos. He's eating the good stuff. Doritos Cool Ranch. That's some good stuff right there. It's unhealthy, but it's good.
Oh yeah, speaking about chips, could you give me a moment? I want to show you the chips I have.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right, let me take him off the screen and I'll bring him back on. Appreciate. Oh, there we go. That was quick. Let me bring him back on. There
Oh,
you go.
okay, so this is
It's being covered by your brick wall. I saw Red Hot.
there you go.
There we go. Yeah, Red Hot Blues. Damn, that sounds good.
These are corn tortilla chips, right? Blue
Okay.
corn, I believe.
Right.
So they just add chili powder. So you're
Oh
dealing with
wow.
basically corn that is, fried, and
Right.
chili powder, that's it.
Right.
But the popular chips, I don't know what they add. And
You don't want to know.
there you go. That's my point. So
Yeah.
also these air fried alternatives, like they have some air fried chips, which is an acquired taste, but they get really you get into it once you acquire the taste.
Right.
And I notice, these alternatives, you eat what you normally do, but you find quote unquote healthy alternatives and see
Right.
if they might be better for you. At least that's been my philosophy since middle school. I
Right.
tried to replace soda with another sugary drink, which is orange juice, which we gotta admit that's sugary too, right? At that point, I tried replacing what else? I don't know. I just tried looking for the healthy stuff, and now that I have, my own budget, my own sources of income, I can sort of choose what I wanted all the
Right.
time.
Yeah, definitely. There was one really good brand that I've heard of, but I can't remember the name right now. If I do, I'll mention it. But it was only like a few ingredients, and it was like really simple, and it was decent tasting. You know what's a really good sneaky snack? Popcorn, because low in calories, it's high volume. It fills you up.
that's what I got at work actually, because they give us
Oh,
like a
really?
free snack bar to like,
Yeah.
and I'm all like, okay, so out of all these options, I guess I could get the popcorn. So I made myself some popcorn. I'm all
Hmm.
like, this is taking away the hunger because I
It's
the
filling.
it's filling. And in that building, if you exit at night, you
Mm.
can't really come back in because they try to keep the homeless people out or whatever,
Oh,
in Korea.
right.
So I'm all like, I can't really enjoy the wonderful, Jersey mics outside of the building. I
Right.
can't go to this or that, so I have to deal with this snack bar that they have for us, and got some popcorn and whatnot, air fried chips and whatever I could like grab. Like, sometimes they had trail mix, and
Hmm.
so yeah, and I feel like at least compared to the average person in the United States, I feel like I've made progress, but compared to the ideal body type, not there yet. No.
Well, you're in a much better position than I am, but yeah, props to you, man. I'm trying to get back to eating healthy habits again because pandemic, a lot of us gained weight, so now I'm trying to oops, I thought I was still muted. No, I'm good. Yeah, trying to get back to healthy eating habits. Tech for needs to bring your own food. Yeah, that works too, assuming that there's a fridge for you to put it in.
Yes. To be fair to my employer, wonderful employer, by the way, they did have a fridge.
Okay, awesome, good to know. When I was working for one of my former employers, well, it's not it wasn't my employer or former employer's fault, but sometimes like when you'd bring food and you didn't put your name on it, other coworkers would steal it. Actually, they would steal it even if you put your own name on it. They didn't. They had no shame. So
Damn.
yeah.
It's the opposite in my place. Like the management would bring us free food and they would just be begging people, please take it home or else the janitors will throw it away. Like, come on,
What kind
guys,
of food
take
was
more.
it?
They would bring like cake. They would bring like Subway. They would bring like
Oh wow.
depending on the occasion. Like if not, then you just had your little snack place right there, like
Right.
with random snacks. So I'm
Right.
all like, oh yeah, that's great, but it's not vegan, so I'm not gonna
Right.
get any. And like my
Right.
manager, he would try to cater to me sometimes. Oh, I heard you're vegan. Oh, then we must bring something special for you. But sometimes they would
Right.
forget. Oh, like, "Okay,
Right.
don't worry, like I'll buy myself something." So
Right.
I
Right.
go to Jersey Mike's thanks to you introducing me to them. Like I think I said it long enough for them to sponsor us, but
I know, right?
yeah,
Yeah, they're everywhere now. It's crazy.
for sure.
Subway has if you're in a pinch, Subway, they're not as good as Jersey Mike's, but they actually have really good deals in their app. Last time, or I hadn't eaten Subway in at least a couple of years. And then I downloaded the app for some reason because I was looking for something, and then it's like, oh, buy one get one free sandwich. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got two sandwiches for like 11.50. It was insane, 2 foot longs. Um, and then I ate one and I gave the other one to a friend. And then the second time around, which was a few days ago, they had like buy one get one half off. So like I got two sandwiches for like $15, which is comes out 7.50 a sandwich, which is good because their sandwiches now are pretty expensive. So a lot of these big companies they have if you download their app they have really good deals like McDonald's. I mean McDonald's isn't the healthiest, but like if you're in a pinch and you want to save some money, it helps
Yeah,
every
yeah,
once in a
that's
while.
those are some good deals. Yeah, you brought back memories. I mean, I don't really use apps, but back when I did with the coffee bean and tea leaf,
Yeah,
like I would get myself like some sort of coffee. I remember the name of it, like it was the Dark Forest.
yeah,
And I would just go there and use my laptop and just like relax. It was like
right.
those were the days, and I feel like it's kind of ironic that I feel nostalgic about those days that weren't even that long ago, but because they were pre-pandemic, it felt like a different world.
Yeah,
But what's
for
interesting
sure.
is that probably like a couple or maybe 5 years from now, we'll be looking at today or these days specifically and be nostalgic about that. Like,
Yeah,
oh, remember John McCallion, like when he had that, podcast, and like I would jump in and like we would go to Jersey Mike's. Like, I think those
yeah,
are going to be the new nostalgia in the future.
yeah, for sure. Good times. Tech for needs says sweet green salad place. We have sweet green out here, but they're expensive. It's like almost $20 a salad. I know they're healthy and organic and all that stuff, but it's hard to eat that stuff every day.
Oh, yeah, you can't just eat it every day. Come on. That's too much.
Yeah. I tried it for me. I'm always on the road, so it's hard for me to pack a lunch because my food will go bad if I don't eat it within
Yeah.
the first like hour or two. So I have to eat out a lot. But I every day I eat out, I try to eat at a local business. to support them. And
Oh,
honestly, I
gotcha.
think they have a lot of they have a lot better food than a lot of the chains. So
For sure,
I
yeah.
try to do that.
That's a good idea. Do you
All
like to
right.
post pictures of your food?
I used to. Now I just take pictures of like the restaurant front, just so I can have like a memory of being there in case someone like tells me like, "Oh, you should try this." I'm like, "Hey, I was already there."
You got the receipts. Okay,
Exactly.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So it's like ever since I started my job, I went to a place in Culver City. It's called For Show. It's a play on words. It was pretty good. The other day I went to a place called Sunset Deli. It's on Sunset and I can't remember the cross street, but yeah, that was really good. Yeah, like all. Oh, another one I want to give a shout out to is on Westwood Boulevard. It's called California Fresh. I think the owners are Greek, but man, they had some really good food there too. So yeah, a lot of really good local small businesses to eat from for sure.
I like when restaurants call themselves whatever or something like that
Hmm.
because sometimes people say, "Where do you want to eat?" I don't know, wherever.
Whatever.
So they like appropriate that term so that okay, we're the place when you're not decided. I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if there's a place in West Hollywood called whatever or something like that because they have a lot of cool, yeah, like cool or like interesting places to eat.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, Carlos, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Appreciate you stopping by and having this conversation with me. I really enjoyed it. I would stream longer, but I gotta wake up early for work tomorrow, so there's that. But thanks to everyone who stopped by. Tony the Driven Dad, Tech for Your Needs, Rodney, and obviously you, Carlos. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye bye.